Hi, hello, this is Kazrisk, and right now you're watching a Let's Play here on youtube.com/Kazrisk. I am one of the players, hosts, people, friends with you, Kaz and Risk, and I'm joined by my brother, Zakrisk. And today we're going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 2, the Japan version, Lost Levels. Now, this one, for those of you who don't know, the uncultured, or just the ignorant, if you will, not in a bad way, just people are ignorant sometimes, we got a Super Mario Bros. 2 that was not the one that the Japanese got. They got this one, the Majora's Mask of Super Mario Brothers, if you will, just using lots of the same things. I mean, obviously you can see initially off the bat that it does have some texture changes and stuff, but lots of the same mechanics reused and all that, but much harder. Basically, I think the unpublished stuff, if you will. Yeah. That was much harder, and it was a little bit too hard for the West, and so they gave us Doki Doki Panic, reskinned, and we'll talk about that more tomorrow when we play that version. But this one was eventually released, I think, with All-Stars, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay. And so we're going to be playing it, and if you watched our Let's Play from yesterday where we played Super Mario Bros. 1, at least I wasn't too good. I consider myself a proficient gamer, but I did some pretty silly goof-ups, and so hopefully this goes well, and if it doesn't, I'll hand the controller over to you. You just recently completely beat it all over again, correct?
This one?
Well, not like recently, like you in the past year.
Past couple years. I would say it was a couple years ago that I finally went through this, and maybe it was in past. I think it was like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, that I went through and finally went through all of it, all the A, B, C, D bonus things. It was awesome. Nice. I loved it.
I mean, look at that. Even like
one of my favorite Mario games of all time. At the time when I played it, I thought maybe this is my favorite Mario game of all time, just because of just how awesome, like how it keeps going on. It kind of has that first hint of in the future Mario games where once you beat it, it's got a whole extra game afterwards. Yeah. And it was like the first time where they did that. And I mean, it took me a while because I'd played World and U and all those games where it actually did that. But coming back to this and seeing that they'd done it way back when was pretty cool.
What I also love about it is, I mean, even here, like in the initial preview title screen of Super Mario Bros. 1, you see Mario going through and he's getting all the way to the flagpole and stuff, and this one they just go ahead and tell you right off the bat, yeah, this is going to be hard.
Yeah.
Because like they're trying to tell you immediately this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. And so, enough talking. 1 year later, they did a lot in 1 year. Let's go ahead and play the Mario game. And this is also the one where you can play as Luigi too. Like, isn't he like doesn't he have noticeably different physics?
Yeah, I think it's from basically it's kind of the USA style. I mean Mario 2 USA style, where he has a little more slip and higher jump,
just for a little bit,
leg kicks and stuff.
Oh, come on, no, I want it.
I'm not sure if this came first.
See, they get you there. They're like, yeah, you're gonna want to take the higher ground. They do. This is more not the trolley version, but definitely a lot more little things that. I mean, it's supposed to be kind of a sequel to Super Mario Bros. 2, 1 in the sense that they kind of expect you to know the know-how, know what to do.
Yep. That you've already gone through, completely beat one. You're ready for something else.
Yeah.
Maybe you beat one several times because you've had it for a whole year and it's your.
Yeah, and every time you die, you have to start over, or every time you get game over, you have to start over. Yeah. So this is, I mean, it's almost in a sense World. Oh gosh, I didn't. That is red shell. Thought it would stay up there. It's almost a kind of World 9, or would it be World 10? Because isn't there World 9?
There's only 8 worlds in one.
Because ever since they've been adding, oh, that was lucky. Ever since they've been adding like an extra
and
world.
And this one has those extra ones at the end.
Oh!
When it gets kind of.
Wait, he was cracked though. I thought that was a poison shroom. Because he had a little crack in him. I thought that was the cube. Or was it because he's. Alright, I made it through World 1-1. I can make it all the way to the end. I think there's also a little bit of I mean, we talked earlier about how there's like the upgraded ground textures.
Yeah. I almost don't like them as much as the original. They seem a little. I mean, I see how they made it look like they all blend together really smoothly.
Yeah.
Like the other ones were more.
But they've never returned to them.
But it doesn't. Yeah. Just doesn't have that classic Mario feel.
I wonder why they added this water here. Like you can't swim in that. Is it just to throw you for a loop and have you like try to swim in it?
But I would say it looks a little more realistic.
Yeah, that's the point. Like we don't want that. We want it.
Yeah, that's where you can get up there. Oh. Ooh.
I like to start with. Yeah, I'm gonna try one more time, then I'll hand it over to you, and we can do some more talking. But now they kind of got a flow of the lost levels, if you will. See, that's bad. That's darker.
Yeah.
That's
It's
noticeable.
got a little like slant face on it, like it's like like a slant smile.
Like I'm gonna mess you up.
Devious.
Like go ahead and eat me.
Yeah.
I'll screw you over. Hey, what's up, Goomba? This smug brute in
I know in All Stars they definitely gave it a more like this is harmful. It has like the death skull on it or something.
Yeah. Well, it's like much more. It's much more purple in
Yeah.
All Stars, and like in every other future. More like I think in even in Super Smash Brothers, isn't there like a poison mushroom that you can get? Yo,
I know there's one.
what's happening? Yo, what's up, Dad? Come in here. Get in on the action.
Okay. So we're just gonna edit that out then?
I don't know where we're at. I'll probably like be like, hey, Dad, and then just like cut to the next one. Yeah, I just died. I don't know. We had to edit it out. My father interrupted us for dinner. Well, that one's
yeah,
so that one is good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I just died a lot. I'm dying a lot. Like, I mean, it's not even that I'm playing the hard levels yet. It's just I just don't get it. What's interesting, though, I was gonna say, is that we were talking earlier about the textures of it all, how it's much more real, blended. It's interesting that none of this comes in Super Mario Maker.
Yeah, the mic is. I will mic John a little bit. The mic sometimes is in the way of enemies.
We have a pretty elaborate setup here. We have lights, camera, action,
Oh!
and the microphone is literally like
What
this
the
huge
heck?
honking black thing. I mean,
Okay.
look at this. Can we get it? Oh wait, let me get it up. Look at that. It's big and black and beautiful, and it's in our way. And so, if there's a Goomba that gets in the way, that's why. But I was gonna say it's interesting. That, I mean, I was kind of complaining in Kopai Podcast how episode 1, how there wasn't really anything to represent Super Mario Brothers 2, Japan or USA in Super Mario Maker. And there's lots of sound effects from Super Mario Brothers 2 USA. The Peach Amiibo has basically an entire Super Mario Brothers 2 USA theme to her like moveset
Yeah, I thought
and
that
stuff.
was really cool.
But other than that, like, they don't really acknowledge it in there, and it's just kind of weird that there's no even like Shy Guys or anything, like nothing in there. And so it's kind of interesting.
Oh!
Yeah, why you should have just gone right, man.
I thought I could have done it.
You couldn't. But it's interesting that even like these textures aren't an option. Like maybe you could just like switch to this texture pack or something, you know. But they have to have some reason. It just makes it seem like it's kind of incomplete when you have Super Mario Brothers and then Super Mario Brothers 3 and then World and
Oh, okay.
you got this. You got this. Good thing you ran because he came back to life.
Yeah. That was perfect timing for me.
And like all those are different, like the little platforms and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I don't think the enemies aren't differently designed, are they?
Not that I. Oh!
Oh, so all that was for naught.
It just got me to the end at least.
But isn't there a warp that you could go to? Or no, there's
Yeah.
no. I thought there's no warps in Lost Levels. Are there?
Maybe there aren't. Or maybe it takes you back to one, or just back to the beginning. I'm not sure exactly. I know that when I played through this, I played it on All Stars also, so I didn't really see all the. There we go again. I didn't really see all the different texture changes because in All Stars they just use the same ones.
I was gonna say though, earlier I think in the previous Let's Play of Super Mario Brothers 1, we were talking about how
This is ridiculous.
the physics of Super Mario Brothers compared to something like Mega Man are drastically different, and Mario is revered as the king of platformers, while Mega Man is criticized by a lot to be super stiff.
Come on!
Some people, like Kind of Funnies, Colin Moriarty, praise it for that it's a much more technical platformer. But I was gonna say I haven't done too much game design in my life, but I did do a little bit of Game Maker, where you could like design your own game, complete, like not Mario Maker, not Little Big Planet kind of stuff, but like complete on code. And I learned a little bit, like just a little tidbit of like the basics of game design through trying to design a game through that. You should have got hurt there. And it's interesting how it's like you press. How like the physics of it are like you press left and your character moves that much, with this much slide and that much friction. Like, it is a lot of kind of engineering almost, code-wise. And they must have just really found a way to make these movements very natural. While something like Mega Man's probably more so what you do, like what you put in is what you get, you know. Wave dashing. I do love though that this last level seems to be much more adorned with more mushrooms, more trees that have little eye. Like, they really just embrace that whole out. Everything has a smile design.
Yeah.
I mean, seems crisp too. Everything has a shadow to it. Everything. It's a little less blurry.
Certain things they didn't change, like these little bricks and those bricks up there.
Yeah, it
The
seems
pipes, the piranha plants.
you just wonder why they didn't change certain things.
Yeah.
Like what made them just think this needs to be changed and this needs to be better, but this needs to be kept the same. And then why they never brought that back though. Like, even like if you do like the toys, or like if you get like collector's items and stuff, the brick is no longer, it's not that brick, it'll always be the other kind of brick, you know. And even stuff with Super Mario Maker, like they didn't use any of this stuff. Like, they went back to the original. Probably just because this isn't nearly as wide known as the original Super Mario Brothers.
Oh crap! I wanted to see if there was a warp.
There should have been a platform there for you. It's almost as if they didn't spawn it. Here, real quick.
There
though.
must not be a warp there. I'm just guessing that.
Real quick though, so we can get a little bit beyond here. Let's do this. World 4-1. Just see a little bit what's happening down here in the later worlds. All the piranha plants are red now.
Interesting.
I don't know what that was there for. Maybe to give you some shelter from the onslaught from above. These springs, which are drastically different in Super Mario Maker. Oh, come on! Bounce, bounce. Little jump. Oh, you see that? Though I ran out of lives, but it spawned me at World 4-1 still. All over. That's weird. I wonder if it's because it's halfway or something. And maybe like after you get past World 4-1, you...
We were on 5.
Maybe that's just with lost levels though, because it's more difficult. How do you do that?
You just do it. Let me do it.
Okay, you got it.
You just do it.
What? What?
You just
Man,
do
look
it.
at those triplets up there in the clouds.
What?
There was 3 clouds that were all together. I've seen some doubles before, but look at those. There's triplets.
Alright, this is what you gotta do, I think. Yeah!
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Kill him! Oh, get some shelter. Get some shelter. Hide. Oh! That's gonna peak the mic. Oh man. I think that's a good place to call it though. We've got enough of this. It's hard. It's harder than the original. If you haven't played it yet and you grew up on the original Super Mario Brothers 1, definitely go back and check this out. And also go back and check this out for some incredible level design if you get Super Mario Maker later this week. Shoot! Crap. If you thought Super Mario Brothers 1 had excellent level design, this is even...
Yes, this is top notch. This is the top of the list. This is like one of the best Marios
This is
ever.
so good. Oh, I can't even get through the hole.
This will rival any
Story of my
Mario
life.
you have ever played. It will rival World, New Super Mario Bros. U, 3D Land, 3D
I don't know.
World.
Luigi U is pretty good.
Yeah, Luigi U might be. I haven't played that one yet. So.
Yeah, you need to play that because that's
I would
probably
say that's probably on this level.
yeah that because Super Mario Luigi U though, or Super Luigi U is the lost levels to Super Mario Brothers U.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's kind of like their goal with it too. Just continuous footage of us dying. And so, there we go. What a perfect fitting end to this. So, yeah, if you haven't played this yet, because it was originally released in Japan, maybe you missed it when you were growing up, or maybe you just never even heard of it because it's a little, not lesser known, but lesser known than the original. And definitely go check it out. It's on the Virtual Console. It's on the eShop. It's on... you can find it on eBay. It would be the Japanese version, or you can find it in All Stars, not PlayStation All Stars. Oh, what am I saying? Super Mario All Stars.
For the
And so-
Super Nintendo.
Yep.
That's the best version, I think. That's the one I recommend you play. Although you don't get to see the different texture changes. So if you wanna, this is actually both versions are good because this one you get the texture changes. That one you get the
All Stars is
remastered.
the original. Yeah, I'd go with the All Stars.
Yeah.
So, yep. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click the subscribe button and the like button if you enjoyed watching us die. I promise we're not scrub gamers. We're pretty good. We're decent at Smash and we play a lot of other games. It's just we gotta get back in the rhythm of things. You gotta get that Mario flow down, and we were able to get that in the amount of time we did the Let's Play. But we're gonna be continuing the Mario Let's Play series throughout the week. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing Super Mario Brothers 2, but the USA version, Doki Doki Panic skin recover, whatever. And so be sure to come back tomorrow for that, or find it somewhere on my channel if you're watching this years from now. And check out all my written content over on ign.com/blog/Kazrisk, and follow me on Twitter, follow Zach on Twitter. All of the links are down in the description below where you can find anything and everything. We love you, we thank you for watching, and bye!
So now 3?
Yep. No.
2 USA.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because I just played through this one. This will be a fun one.